Hey everyone, Shane Burkle here. I have had some questions about dealing with in-laws, and I just wanted to talk about that. There are a few ways that I think about this. And first is you want to consider that when you are in a relationship with someone else, you have to make that relationship the priority, right? You're starting your life with someone new. You probably don't live with your parents anymore. Um, if you do, that's fine, but you're going to be making this person who's your partner more and more of a priority. And so you have to form, Stan Tatkin calls it a couple bubble. You have to form sort of a couple bubble around you and your partner where the two of you are the priority and everything else around you is, you have to have some boundaries around, right? And I talk about it like the inside joke should be with you and your partner, right? And everyone else should be exterior to that. So, and here, let me tell you how that looks if it's not working. I had this couple who was coming to me for therapy as a young couple. Let's say it's a husband and a wife, and the guy's mom came over to their house, and just for dinner or something. And then afterwards she was cleaning the bathroom. And so she ended up leaving, and they're sitting in therapy with me. And the wife says, can you believe his mom was cleaning the bathroom? Like, what does she think? That we're dirty or something? What's going on with that? That's crazy. And the husband was saying, oh, don't think too much into it. Stop saying bad stuff about my mom. Are you crazy? Like, she did something nice for us. I can't believe you're thinking that way. Which didn't work, wasn't helpful to their relationship conversation that they were having at that moment. And so this is a good way to think about this, right? He was choosing to side with his mom, right? And it's not about choosing sides, but psychologically there's some of that that's going on, right? He was choosing a couple bubble with his mom, let's say, as opposed to with his wife in that conversation. And so it's easy for our partners to feel like they're on the outside, and we and our family, like our family of origin, our parents and our brothers and sisters, are the ones on the inside, right? Or for that woman I was speaking with, she felt like she was on the outside, and like this guy and his mom were on the inside. And so what I was talking to them about was this idea of, you know um, his ability to take in his wife's perspective and understand where she was coming from, and being able to throw his mom under the bus, not in front of her, but to say something like, yeah, you're right, my mom can be crazy sometime, I can't believe she was doing that. And then the willingness to actually communicate a boundary, which would be like in the next conversation he had with her, like, hey mom, thank you so much for cleaning our bathroom. I'm sure you had the best of intentions. That was really nice of you. But I'd really appreciate if, when you come over, you just enjoy yourself and you don't clean parts of our house. That would be important to me. So it's communicating a boundary, right? You can do it in a loving, respectful way, but it's important to communicate these boundaries with our parents. Now, that's sort of a benign situation where it sounds like, the people have a relatively good relationship with their parents. What I often hear is not such easy situations where you actually have quite toxic or manipulative family members, parents, whatever, who are impacting your life in a big way. And there's two ways that I think about this. Again, one is that uh, we're all trying to live up to our some parents' expectations, or some of us have given up on it, really. But a lot of people are still trying to live up to, as soon as I get my parents' approval, then I'll be deserving of love, right? Or as soon as I meet their expectations, then I'll be a good human being in the world, right? And people do this even after their parents have passed away. People psychologically are still striving to, you know, be what daddy wanted me to be. And so this is important to be aware of psychologically, because it plays out in a big way in our relationships with our parents. And we end up having a really hard time setting boundaries. And then the other thing I was going to say is that when your parents might take advantage of that, either consciously or unconsciously, and be sort of toxic and boundary violating and rude and mean and not, very considerate, right? And so let's say that you're on a phone call with your mom, and she says something mean or rude or harsh, and you say, "Hey mom, that felt hurtful to me. I'm going to hang up and I'll call you tomorrow." Right? So that's setting a boundary. Now, I've worked with people in therapy whose mom wouldn't call them for a month after that, right? They'd be so angry, so upset, so hurt because their adult child, mind you, I'm talking about adults here, 18 and over. If you're under 18, this is a whole different conversation. But as an adult, trying to set those boundaries with your parent, and the parent has such a strong reaction, and this is where we have to let go, right? We have to let go of continuing to try to take care of our parents' emotions. We have to let go of continuing to try to get their approval or acceptance or whatever it is we're trying to get. We have to breathe, and we have to say, look mom, I'm willing to have a relationship with you, I love you, I care about you, but I'm also going to be setting boundaries. I'm not going to let you be hurtful to me. I'm not going to let you be hurtful to my partner or my kids or whatever else. And this is a boundary, right? And no matter how upset or overwhelmed your parents get, you have to be able to breathe and let go. And then it's their decision. You are coming from a place of love and respect, saying what the boundary is, and saying, I am willing and open to having a relationship with you. I'm here. And if they choose not to talk to you, if they decide they can't live up to those boundaries, if whatever it is, that's their choice. And you have to let go, right? You don't have any control over another adult in the world at all. So this is a healthy sort of spiritual principle to understand that you have to stop taking care of your parents' emotions because it was never yours to take care of in the first place, right? And we carry these things from childhood, right? As kids, we're constantly trying to do this, and it's really important to recognize that these psychological things are still playing out in our adulthood, sometimes in small ways, sometimes in big ways. And I encourage you all to sort of evaluate that, challenge that, and think about how you can continue to make your partner and you the priority, you and your partner the priority. Continue to figure out how to set boundaries for you, for your family, for your kids. The thing is, it's good, the more you set boundaries with your parents, the better it is for them too. They might not talk to you for a month, but it's healthy for the relationship in the long run. They might not talk to you ever again, but that's their choice. We have to stop expecting something from them that they are not capable of, right? And so the hope is that they will be able to move into some sort of healthier sort of relationship. But you having a healthy self-esteem is really important, and being able to set those healthy boundaries is going to be really important. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.